When you send a pitch deck to a venture capital firm, you might expect a deep dive into your projections and market analysis. In reality, the average investor spends exactly 3 minutes and 20 seconds looking at a deck before deciding to pass. It's a common assumption that these rejections happen because the market is too small or the early traction is too thin. But the failure usually occurs much earlier, right on slide 3, the solution slide. Most founders write this as a technical spec sheet, focusing on how the product works rather than why it matters. At this stage, investors are primarily measuring their own level of confidence. They are looking for a reason to trust your judgment, and a spec-heavy slide creates the exact kind of friction that makes a partner hesitate. Daniel Kahneman's dual process theory of the brain explains exactly why that spec sheet is so dangerous. Kahneman identified System 1 thinking as fast, automatic, and driven by pattern matching. This is the mode an investor is in when they first open your deck. They are scanning for familiar signals of a winner. System 2 is the opposite. It's slow, deliberate, and highly analytical. When you force an investor to parse complex architecture or technical mechanisms, you trigger this critical mode. Once an investor enters System 2, they start looking for flaws. They have to protect themselves from looking foolish in front of their partners. So if your slide requires an analytical effort to understand, their most logical response is to simply say no. Let's compare pitching the mechanism versus the outcome. On the left, a dense spec sheet creates high cognitive load, inviting technical cross-examination. On the right, the argument leads with an economic result, cutting a 47-day cycle to 11 days to recover $1.1 million. Focusing on an economic outcome demonstrates you understand the business side of the equation. It signals your technology exists specifically to serve a financial goal. This approach projects a specific trait that VCs look for in every founder: calibrated confidence. Investors aren't looking for a founder who claims to have zero risks. They want a founder who knows exactly where those risks are located. You achieve this by stating an ambitious goal while naming the assumptions required to get there. You tell the investor you'll hit 10 million in revenue, provided your enterprise pilot conversion stays above 30. If you adjust that slide to lead with the economic value you create, the dynamic of the meeting changes. It can turn a skeptical interrogation into a collaborative strategy session. Fixing the solution slide removes a primary source of cognitive friction. When the value is this clear, you've removed a major psychological barrier standing between a pass and a follow-up meeting. To get this psychology pre-engineered into your presentation, we've developed the $497 VC-ready 16-slide pitch deck kit. The bundle includes our tech-forward and clinical professional Canva themes, plus a 16-page consulting manual built entirely around these investor psychology principles. This includes lifetime updates and full ownership of the templates with no recurring fees. Follow the link in the description to upgrade your deck and pitch with calibrated confidence.